Right there, check that out. Woo! How's it going, guys? Token vaping. So today's juice review, as you can tell by right there, is the third and final flavor in the Drip Wich line, which is made by the Marlin Steam Company. You can check them out at marlinsteam.com. They do have their own, well, it's all their line, but they have an original line, and then they have the Drip Wich line, which is the one that we're doing today. This is, like I said, this is the third flavor in this line. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the flavor and vape of it first, just so to save a little bit of time, because I've had a few people ask that, you know, doing all the talking first seems to drag the video out, and that's not what I'm trying to do. So we're going to jump into the vape and the flavor and clouds and everything first, and then I will go into the information on the line and the company itself. So we're going to do first vape, first review. As you can see, it does have its security ring, which is pretty solid. If you've seen me do the previous two videos on the blueberry and the strawberry, you'll know that this is a very sturdy security ring. It is going on a fresh cotton wick, as I always do. Quick shout out to USV, the United Society of Vape, for the USV L mod that I have reviewed on my channel for them. And Texas Tough Cotton just works really well for me. It's just quick and easy, especially if you're in a hurry. The main reason why I do like it is that it has little to no break-in time. So you basically get as much flavor as possible, a lot quicker than as compared to some other cotton that I've tried. So we're going to go ahead and, as you saw, I just popped this open here. And this was sent to me for the purpose of this review. And this is a butter pecan ice cream sandwich between waffles with a caramel syrup, which basically the three flavors are all a waffle ice cream sandwich, and then they have the different flavored syrups. Like I said, blueberry and strawberry are the other two that I did reviews on, and this is supposed to be a caramel. But it has actually a very sweet smell to it. So we'll see if the flavor of it is going to come off as super sweet or like a sugary, or if it's actually going to fall in line with the other two and have more of a smoother, creamier taste to it, and then you just have the sweetness of the syrup topping on the end. Ironically, butter pecan ice cream is about the only ice cream that I do eat. I do have, not that anybody really needs to know or care, but I do have a bit of a lactose issue, so I don't eat a lot of ice cream, but butter pecan is probably one of the only ones that I kind of have a weak spot for. So it definitely fits in this flavor. But again, we will see. So do a quick pre-burn, just get the juice flowing through to get started. Definitely has a hearty dessert flavor to it on the burn. So go ahead, keep that up as always, vaping at 75 watts. So this is the caramel version of the Drip Wich line from Marlin Steam. And as you can see, the clouds are definitely solid. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick re-drip, and this is just to ensure that I did not overlook anything on the initial vape and that I'm not missing anything in the flavor, which in turn then, so that I don't misinform anybody out there of what this flavor is coming off as or what I'm getting out of it. I really like the denseness of this vape. Definitely nice clouds, and the reason for that is that it is an 80-20 mix ratio, so you're definitely going to get a solid vape. You're going to get some really nice clouds off of that, as you saw. Now, flavor wise, I normally am I've discovered that I'm more of a strawberry flavor vapor, definitely with the custards and creams and things like that. I'll tell you what, this flavor, I'm not a caramel person. I don't eat candy. I'm not a super sweet person. But this is actually, I can definitely see this being an addicting flavor. Off the vape itself, you definitely do taste the butter pecan ice cream aspect of it. I've eaten enough of that to, I can definitely taste the butter pecan in it. Now, it's not going to be as slam you in the face as like the actual ice cream, hence because it's a vape, but you definitely do taste butter pecan. You do have the smoothness in the ice cream aspect of it, but it's not a custard and it's not a yogurt. So to be able to hit that fine line between them is actually pretty impressive. But it does have the smoothness of the ice cream. The caramel does hit nicely on the end. Now, it's not a hint of it. You definitely do taste the caramel, but it's not overpowering for the vape flavor itself, and it does not overtake the rest of it. The waffle aspect, depending on your sensitivity to flavors and your vape style and your preference, and I'm probably sure the wattage level is going to make a little bit of a difference as well. The waffle flavor you might pick out. I don't get it as heavy of a hit on it as I do the rest of the vape, which is fine. Because realistically, I mean, when you've got that much flavor going on with the ice cream, the butter pecan, the caramel, the waffle aspect just as a light pastry flavor, the doughy aspect of it, it's going to get a kind of a little bit lost in that, even if you're eating the real thing. So the fact that it's not a prominent flavor in this is not, to me, it is not a big deal. Now, everybody is different and they all have different preferences. So some people might say that, they're missing out on it. But for me, in this particular flavor, it does not make or break this flavor. It is a rock solid flavor. Like I said, the caramel is just enough, and that's coming from somebody who does not like caramel or an overly sweet flavor. But it's just enough to add a little bit of sweetness to the butter pecan ice cream aspect of it. Super smooth. That 80-20 mix is perfect for this, in my opinion. I mean, it's no throat hit whatsoever, and that's on fresh cotton, and I don't feel it at all in that area. Definite cloud kicker. So whether you're using a dripper or a tank, I mean, you're definitely going to get some solid flavor and some great clouds out of this. But definitely check it out. It's the caramel syrup flavor from Wich. Like I said, there's a blueberry and a strawberry. They also have their own, the original Marlin Steam flavor line as well. You can also pick up some shirts and hats and different things off their website as well. It's marlinsteam.com. They're also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. You can email them directly as well. Definitely worth checking out. They do have two main brick and mortar shops in North Carolina, but they're on a bunch of different vaping websites as well. But this is the bottle, and basically it does have the waffle ice cream sandwich with the butter pecan and then the caramel representing the syrup on top. It does say Wich here, and it has the nicotine level and the bottle size. It's a 3 milligram, 60 ml bottle. It is offered in a 0, a 1.5, a 3, and a 6. It does have the warning and ingredient label on the back. And then what's also really cool is that it has the born on date and the batch number, batch code as well. So if for whatever reason there is an issue that you find in a bottle that you purchase or things like that, they can actually narrow down specifically what batch, when it was made, things like that, to figure out if it was something in that specific bottle or if it was something that they have to go further into to find out. But it's just that level of detail that they put into it is actually pretty impressive. And the born on date, it was actually on my birthday, which is actually really cool as well also. But it's just a rock solid line. If you are breakfast, dessert, I mean, a lot of people like having waffles for breakfast or dinner, things like that, but it's more of a dessert flavor in my opinion because it does have the ice cream and then it does have the syrup on it as well. It's not as heavy as you think it would be, and I'll say that now, and I was impressed with that aspect with all three of them. Even though the vape, when you vape it, it does have a heavier flavor, and you would think with a syrup kick to it that it's going to have a heavier taste to it. It's not as heavy of a dessert or vape flavor as it sounds. It's a lot lighter, which to me basically makes it more of an all-day vape option, especially on warm days, because the ice cream part of it does give it a slight bit of cooling. Now, it's not like a cooling like a mentholated or mint or anything like that, but the ice cream aspect of the flavor does make it a lighter flavor mixed in with the syrup and everything else. So it's definitely not as heavy of a normal dessert flavor, but it definitely does have a nice flavor punch. But either way, it's a rock solid line. All three flavors are really, really well done. All three flavors have a really good flavor profile, and they do fit what they're supposed to. So definitely check it out. As I said, it's marlinsteam.com. I definitely will try to get the original line of theirs as well to do future reviews on that. If nothing else, Marlin Steam, thank you so much for the opportunity to review your Drip Wich line. It's a great, great line. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I myself can do to help further enhance your vaping experience and make it more enjoyable for you, it's the only reason why I do this. So definitely reach out to me if you have any questions, comments, concerns, a particular video that you'd like to see. I will do everything in my power to try to make that happen for you. Until next time, no matter what, always remember, morning, noon, night, doesn't matter. Truly love yourself. Vape on, vape strong, guys. Have a good one.